Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second annual Canadian Premier League Awards. Today is a celebration of a season many of us doubted would even happen. The pandemic has affected all of us on so many levels, and it would have been easy for the CPL to throw in the towel and forego the season. But that's not how we do things here in Canada. Through perseverance and countless meetings with government and health officials, the beautiful game returned to home soil in Prince Edward Island. The Island Games were born. And without hesitation, but perhaps maybe a few grumblings, you left your families to enter the CPL bubble to fight for that North Star Shield, to fight for that berth in the Canadian Championship final. But what you didn't know just yet was how you were about to be a part of the biggest fight of all, to speak out against social injustice, to speak out against racism. You, the players, the coaches, the officials, not only took a knee and raised a fist, but you furthered the cause. You shared personal stories and you had tough conversations. You humanized the message, and we are grateful for that. So here we are today getting to hand out some hardware. Each CPL award is unique. It's a unique piece of Inuit art, each symbolic of its recipient. They were made by various artists from Kingate, Nunavut. They are works of art. They are Canadian. And if you haven't already done so, I encourage you to watch From Stone, the CPL documentary on the making of these beautiful awards. To officially kick off the awards ceremony, I'd like to welcome CPL Commissioner David Klanikin.
Thanks, Andy. It's great to be here, and I want to welcome everyone who's tuned in today for our second annual awards show. First of all, I'd like to say that how proud we are at the Canadian Premier League and the CPL for the way that we were able to deliver the Island Games and create a second season really for the league, which was vitally important to us to make sure that we did that so that we were able to get something that was entertaining, but also created great emotion amongst our fans and supporters. That was important to us. So we're very proud to deliver that. And we had tremendous support from fans and supporters, but also from right across the country, from media and from all corners of Canada. People were very impressed with what we did. As I said, this is our second annual awards show. However, this year it's a little bit different. There's no doubt that COVID-19 has affected so much of everything we've done in life this year. And, pretty well it's done that with our awards show. Because obviously we had to pivot and do it differently. I will say though that we took the opportunity to do something differently this year that we didn't do last year, and that is be able to involve all of our fans and supporters right from the get-go, so you can see it live just as we're doing it, which was not available last year. So take opportunity where it presents itself and do something with it, and that to me speaks exactly what the Canadian Premier League is. We're innovative, we're creative, we're always thinking, and truthfully, we put all of our stakeholders in front of everything. And so happy to have that. And so let's just kick off the show.
Well, I do want to ask how important it was for the CPL, knowing that you were able to crown a champion this season, as you mentioned, COVID, the pandemic, but you were still able to make sure that North Star Shield was lifted. What does that mean to the league?
Well, Andy, you know what? For us to be able to have that second season is so important for us. As I've said to some of our team, we had a tremendous freshman year in 2019. We had great momentum going into 2020. We had planned to do some different things because we listened to our supporters and our fans, and they told us to do playoffs. They told us to do something different than we did last year in a 1-game or 2-game final, I should say. So we were ready for that. We were changing our schedule the right way. But then, the world changed. It went upside down, and that's okay. We'll get through that as well. But for us, it was important to be in the mind's eye and not go dark, and make sure that people saw the Canadian Premier League playing. And I think we did an outstanding job of that because we respected all of the rules that were put in place, especially the health and safety of not only the players and the coaches and the media personnel that were there, but also the CPL workers and of course the people from PEI who invited us onto their island in order to do this. So I think we handled it very, very well. And it was important that we didn't disappear. For a fledgling league that had just finished its freshman year, it's tough. It's a good bit of a kick in the pants to to take that on your sophomore year, but that's okay. We reacted and we did exactly what people would expect us to do, be creative and innovative. And I think it worked out very well.
Let's feel normal. Let's hand out some awards. Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you later on in the show.
Thank you very much.
Akeem Garcia led the HFX Wanderers in goals last year, and this year he led the league. His 6 goals paced the Island Games. The award is that of a hunter, fearless and versatile, adapting to all conditions. How fitting for this year. Akeem Garcia is the 2020 Golden Boot winner. Akeem, congratulations on your accomplishment. This season at the Island Games, we saw you scoring from open play, scoring from the spot. How good did you feel entering this season?
Yeah, as I've been saying, I've got to witness the team training before I started, so I had a good idea and just confident in the team, and I feel really good. I think we done well, coming from last place to second. I feel it was a successful season, although we didn't get the job done. So for me, it's all good.
You and newcomer Joel Morelli really seemed to click on the pitch. How would you describe that partnership?
Yeah, we get along well. We're good friends. We're both unselfish. It doesn't matter who score or who assists. We don't really not bothered by the spotlight. So I think we just want our team to win at the end of the day, and that's the mentality we go on the pitch with.
How would you also describe the turnaround in your season? As you mentioned, you go from last year to second to the title game. How would you describe that turnaround?
Yeah, I believe that the players they brought in made a big difference. From Rigi, Jao to Alex Marshall, Corey. I think coach did what he planned is to get us communicating with each other. So we're just happy to be linking up with each other. And as I said, it's a success, although we didn't get the job done at the end of the day.
Let's take a look at Akeem Garcia's incredible run at the Island Games. In victory, the goalkeeper is rarely praised as the hero, but in defeat, the blame usually rests heavily on his shoulders. He's the last line of defense, he's the last man standing, he's the protector. Here are the 3 nominees for Golden Glove.
Alongside this man, Marcus Haber's there! Big stop!
There. He's going to have to be tough. Facing Tomi Amiobi, and he guessed right and makes the save! Pedri, forward, John gets ahead to it, settles down, Mo Karuba, oh my goodness, Callum Irving, still out and Pacific clears! Guerrero steps up and a fantastic save, and he misses on the rebound. Callum Irving, do you want that starting position or what?
It's time to find out which of our 3 nominees is the Golden Glove winner for 2020. And the winner of this year's Golden Glove, Tristan Henry of Forge FC. Congratulations. How does it feel?
Good, thank you. It feels good. It's a good feeling, something I've always strived for. So yeah, it's a good feeling.
How would you describe your style of game? Was there anyone you modeled your game after?
I've always grown up loving Buffon. Something the goalkeeper I looked up to. I've always watched his videos before every game and stuff like that. So I've always tried to emulate my game after him.
Well, we know Italians are very vocal. How would you describe your communication and your chemistry with your backline?
I think that's a huge part of my game and huge part to help our team keep clean sheets and get wins. Just communication and just being on the same page with the backline helps us win games.
Final word is yours, Tristan. Anyone you'd like to thank?
I just want to thank the whole team, the coaching staff, Coach Joe, our goalkeeper coach here. He's been amazing. Always pushed me through, taught me a lot since I've been here, just being a professional in general. Like I said, the award goes to me, but it's really about the guys in front of me. Our team as a collective to help me get the clean sheets that we do here, the wins, and of course the championship. So I just want to thank that. Of course, my mom. Of course, thank God for giving me the opportunity I have here.
Yeah, let's go. We did it, baby. Let's go. Yes. These guys.
The Canadian Premier League is unique in its dedication to developing young Canadian talent. As a result, we've seen some exceptional players aged 21 and younger. Now, the polar bear is a symbol of playfulness and promise. But don't let your guard down. Even the young ones can make you pay. Here are the nominees for Best Under 21 Canadian Player of the Year.
Mohamed Farsi down the right side. Mo Farsi off the post and in. What a strike from Mo Farsi.
Are you kidding me? Farsi across inside the area. Jordan Brown, it's in.
So which of our 3 promising stars are the best under 21 Canadian player for 2020? Congratulations, Mo Farsi of Cavalry FC, the best under 21 Canadian Player of the Year. Philippe Germain is joining us here as well. And Philippe, the floor is yours.
Merci, Andy. Félicitations, Mo. C'est tellement une nouvelle qui doit être très emballante pour toi, compte tenu aussi dans l'ère où on est, où le soccer canadien est vraiment en expansion. Il y a beaucoup d'attention. Tu as récemment fait tourner les têtes à ta première saison dans la Ligue. Qu'est-ce qui a été la clé de tes succès sur le terrain?
Je pense que la clé numéro 1 de mon succès, c'est le travail, bien sûr, et la persévérance. Je n'ai jamais lâché. Je suis arrivé à Cavalry, j'étais en essai. Et jamais de ma vie, je m'aurais dit qu'aujourd'hui, j'aurais reçu ce trophée-là. Mais aussi, je pense que c'est la confiance en soi aussi. Je suis arrivé sur le terrain et je me prenais pas la tête. Je me disais, OK, il faut juste que je joue mon jeu comme d'habitude et ça va bien aller. Et j'ai joué mon jeu comme d'habitude et ça s'est bien passé.
So what Mo is saying is that simply it's work and perseverance. And he didn't come in Calgary as a hot shot in his mind, and he worked and he put the work into his game, and that made the whole difference at the end of the day. La deuxième question que j'ai pour toi, c'est que tu as récemment signé une nouvelle entente avec le Cavalerie. Qu'est-ce qui distingue cette équipe-là des autres dans le circuit?
Je pense que c'est leur style de jeu. On connaît Cavalier comme une équipe qui court beaucoup, qui presse. Et je me suis senti très à l'aise parce que je suis un gars qui aime courir, qui aime presser. Alors, j'ai senti que j'ai bien fit dans 11 ou peu importe dans l'équipe. Alors, ouais, c'est ça, moi.
So what Mo is saying is that speed and the pressing, the style of play that Calgary has fits his own game, and he likes to run, he likes to press, and that's how he felt at home.
Well, congratulations on a successful year. We look forward to many more years.
Félicitations, Mo.
Merci.
Soccer coaches can easily be called grandmasters. Like exceptional chess players, they need to be able to play out the game in their head in order to make the right move. The owl is their symbol: wisdom, guidance, and a heightened sense of vision. Here are the nominees for Coach of the Year.
He's able to get it through to the middle, and there is a goal. El primero goal for Atletico Ottawa. Speed joining the attack, ball through for Morelli. One more, and it puts it on goal instead, and Joao Morelli puts Halifax up by a pair. Babuli keeps it in. Far post action, Yoni Janssen! The North Star Shield is going back to Hamilton!
Will it be the heart of Halifax, back-to-back champion Bobby, or newcomer Mista? Let's find out. Coach of the Year, Stephen Hart, HFX Wanderers. Congratulations on the achievement, Stephen. Talk about the turnaround season for you and taking your team into the championship game this year.
Thank you. I'm rather flattered, actually. You know, it was a difficult year, really, for everyone. But we knew we were sort of putting together a team that was more in line with what we would like to do from the first year. And you know, to be honest, things seemed to start to fall in place once the players got to the tournament. And that happens once you have one or two good games.
How would you say you've evolved over the years as a coach?
Wow, in many ways, actually, because I was largely, you know, more so myself as a player developer in a lot of the work that I was doing with young players and the Canadian youth team. When I was given that job, I was told by Holger Osek to make sure that I seek out a certain type of player and teach them how to be professional, what it takes to move to the next level. In the hope that they'll go on to play for Canada. And then everything else just sort of fell into place from there. Because, you know, when I took over the Canada job, I had been with the team for quite a while. I was familiar with all the players. And it was just a matter of me putting my own thoughts into practice on the field and hopefully into games.
And now you're Coach of the Year. Final thank yous from you.
Yeah, of course, because this is supposed to begin, as I said, I'm extremely flattered to be even nominated with Bobby and Mista. Bobby has been extremely fantastic, consistent. I wish him all the best in the CONCACAF League, and I hope he does get into the Champions League. And Mista did a great job with Ottawa. But most of all, I have my own staff to thank for all the hard work and putting up with me. And of course the players, because at the end of the day, they're the ones, I've always said it, the players play the game. And they're the ones really responsible for bringing the final product to the stage, so to speak. And I have each and every one of them to thank.
Well, another great season for you. Congratulations on the year and being named Coach of the Year.
Yes, it's very good for our club, and they showed some confidence in me, and I'm grateful for it.
It's time to award the Player of the Year, the MVP, the player judged to be the most valuable to his team's success. This award is that of a stone landmark, a way to lead a traveler home, always in the right direction. Here are this year's nominees for Player of the Year.
Garcia and in! And Akeem, the dream! It continues! Takes a bounce. Akeem Garcia! The ball got a piece of it, but Garcia! Wanderers take the lead. Verhoeven. Bustos, is he onside? If he is, that's the go-ahead goal! His first with Pacific. Bustos, let's see if he can grade. Guero Diaz providing the service. Outside the foot, good ball, good finish! Gets it onto his left foot, Marco Bustos with a Busto for Pacific. Has a chance to play Chouanier through. He has options. Picks out Becker! Kyle Becker! You bet! Abafuli in the other 18-yard box. Centering ball, Kyle Becker! 97th-minute magic from the skipper. Force go ahead at the death.
All three are exceptional talents. Let's crown the 2020 Player of the Year. And the Player of the Year for 2020 from Forge FC is Kyle Becker. Congratulations on the award. How does it feel?
Thank you very much. Feels pretty good.
It looks good there beside you. And Kyle, I have to say, in a year where there were so many unknowns, is there going to be a season? Is there not going to be a season? What did you do to make sure that you were ready when called upon?
I think all the credit there has to go to our staff. I think they gave us all the tools for us to kind of keep motivated and keep doing stuff when we were on our own in isolation and away from each other, away from the training ground. And then I think when we came back in, it's the same thing. It's that same attitude, all in the hope that we'd be able to get something over the line. And again, big credit and thank you to everyone behind the scenes, everyone at the office who made the tournament possible. I think all us players, all we wanted to do was play. So the fact that we were able to get something off the ground and have it be as successful as it was, I think it's a huge testament to the work that everyone puts in the league. And yeah, it's all the people around our club here that make sure we're doing the best we can day in and day out.
Well, mission accomplished with back-to-back championships. How would you say this win compares to last year's?
It's tough to compare them just because of how different they are. Obviously, one with the bubble and all the problems and the hurdles we had to get over in that and the circumstances we were fighting through there. And the first one, obviously, I think everyone says the first one's the best, but it's very hard to go back to back. So I think I think this one is going to hold a special place, I think, in my heart in the future, and just the work we put in and the way the group kind of came together in that bubble. I think it was very special, and it just meant a lot.
Any final words on achieving Player of the Year?
Well, just thanks to everyone on the team. I think just me and who I am as a player, I can't really be successful unless everyone else buys in and they're doing their job, making me look good. So I think this is just as much their award as it is mine. And yeah, thanks to all the guys on the team and the staff.
Once again, congratulations on being named Player of the Year.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to this year's nominees and winners. Thank you for finding a way to play and for putting smiles on the faces of all your supporters. Thank you to the CPL's partners and sponsors, and a big thank you to the province of PEI, Tourism, and Discover Charlottetown for welcoming the CPL into your home. Congratulations to another successful CPL year where we saw expansion into Ottawa. And before we say goodbye, I'd like to invite Commissioner David Klanikin back to the broadcast. David.
Thanks, Andy. Listen, I'd really like to congratulate all of our winners. You want everybody to be a winner, but certainly, at one point you got to choose one versus the other. But I think everyone did very, very well. It was nice to see some new faces get into the awards. And speaking of the awards, no doubt, every time I look at these awards, and I walk by them about 100 times in the office each day, but I am constantly amazed at the detail and the creativity that we've captured with these awards. And there's no doubt that Canadians in general have spoke very highly of what we've done with these awards, and they are relatively unique in the world for what we're doing at sport. I'd also like to thank all of our fans and supporters for everything they've done for us, especially when we launched our collective and the amount of support that we had from all of you on that. It is so nice to know that not only do we have supporters and fans that are very in tune to our game and understand it very well, but they're passionate and they're creating memories themselves with their clubs, and they're helping the league create memories in general. And I think that's so important because our game is a global football game. It's a global community. It connects us all. Quite frankly, in the times that we're in today, it helps us stay normal. It gives us something to hang on to. I call it it's a foothold to where we were, but it's also a handhold to how we can climb up out of this as well. And so, I think it's so important that we have our fans and supporters understand exactly what we're going through and that we can do the right thing for them. Finally, I'd like to talk about 2021 because I get asked that all the time. We are planning to play in 2021. We will do what we have to do. We will make sure that we're out on the field. We don't know what that looks like right now, only because we're going through a time of what they call, I guess, the start or in the middle of a second wave. So we'll follow the right protocol as dictated by our governments and by our health officials. But we want to play. It is important that leagues like ourselves, especially being in the football business, it's important for people to be able to celebrate. We as humans like interaction. We're social beings, and part of what brings us together is sport. And so whether that be virtually, but whether it be digitally or whether it be in person, it's important for all of our well-being. And so we are committed in 2020, 2021 to play for our fans and supporters.
A nice way to end things off is we thank all of those supporters for joining us and recognizing the 2020 CPL season. We do look forward to bigger and better next year.